Story: Japan Airlines Flight 123. The longest nightmare in the sky. In the late afternoon of August 12, 1985, Japan Airlines Flight 123, a Boeing 747 bound from Tokyo to Osaka, began a routine journey. The sun was dipping, and 524 passengers and crew settled in for a short flight. Laughter, business calls, and the hum of city chatter filled the cabin. But this quiet trip was about to turn into a tragedy that would mark aviation history. Just 12 minutes after takeoff, high in the sky above Japan, a terrible explosion rattled the plane. The rear bulkhead, part of the airplane's pressure hull that had been improperly repaired years earlier, failed. A massive blast ripped through the fuselage. In an instant, the jet's tail and vertical stabilizer were destroyed. With that, the control systems flew apart into the air like shards of glass. The aircraft was suddenly out of control. The pilots fought to understand what had happened, but every attempt they made to steer the plane was met with chaos. Without tail control, the giant jet swung violently through the sky. Winds roared past open holes, instruments flickered, alarms screamed, and oxygen masks dangled uselessly over frightened passengers. People clutched seat arms, stared at the ceiling, prayed, or cried in pure shock. What makes this tragedy haunting is that it didn't end quickly. For about 30 agonizing minutes, Flight 123 spiraled through the air, sometimes climbing, sometimes diving, sometimes leveling out, and then pitching again. Inside, passengers and crew experienced a living nightmare. Some likely realized they could not escape what was happening. Others may have hoped for a miracle as the Earth rushed closer below. Finally, the crippled aircraft crashed into a forested ridge on Mount Takamagahara. The impact was devastating. Twisted metal, flames, and loss of life on a scale almost impossible to comprehend. 520 people died in that remote mountain wilderness, making it one of the deadliest single-plane accidents in history. In the aftermath, rescuers battled rugged terrain and confusion. Families clutched photographs and waited for news. Investigators combed wreckage and flight recorders, uncovering how years-old maintenance mistakes can lead to disaster. This wasn't just a plane crash. It was a long, torturous descent from normal life into tragedy, and a painful reminder of how perfection is demanded in aviation, and how small errors can have consequences bigger than anyone could have imagined.